Hi, you're watching Orland Park TV, and I'm Melissa Fedora. Today we're at Lake Sedgwick in Centennial Park at the U.S. Log Rolling Open. This is the first time a U.S. Log Rolling Open has been held in the state of Illinois, and today should be action-packed and very exciting as we have many past and present world champions competing here today. Hi, we're here in Orland Park in the beautiful Centennial Park, which is one of the jewels of Orland Park, and I'm joined here with one of Orland's trustees, Kathy Fenton. Hi, Kathy. I'm glad you're here with us. I would love it if you would tell us a little bit more, or a lot more, about all of the wonderful amenities of this park. Today we're here with the log rolling, so I know there's the lake, but what are other things that you have here?
This is one of our, like you said, it's the gem of the village, and today is a log rolling event. It's their first one, and we are so honored to have this event here because it's very unique. It's something that you would normally see up in the Wisconsin area, and to come down to a south suburban Chicagoland area is just really cool. So we're very excited. We do have a lot of people from Wisconsin here, and I did notice in the event planner that it's more women competing than men, so I thought that was pretty cool.
And most of the men were from Wisconsin. The women are from many different states.
So go for the women. As far as what we can do out here, out on Lake Sedgwick, we are very well known for our fishing. We do stock the fish, prime quality fish out here. We offer paddle boating, kayaking, which is open to anybody that wants to come out and use our equipment.
Okay.
We also boast our beautiful soccer fields, baseball fields. We have a skate park, we have a dog park, and then we also have our beautiful Centennial Park pool.
Yes, the pool is one of the things you're probably most well known for. It's a huge pool that you can get passes for in the summer. Is that how that works?
Yes, you can get passes. We also offer early bird passes in spring, and everything is just wonderful. We've increased a lot of the amenities there. We've replaced a lot of things since we first opened. We have water slides. We also have our beautiful zero depth pool out there. And today, for example, we also have all of our Orland Youth Association is hosting their picnic and their games.
Okay.
So today's activity out at this park is fantastic because the pool is going to be super packed with this 95, 97 degree weather today.
Yes, and I know that pool is fun for all ages. What are some things that you have maybe not in the summer? Because I know you can use this year-round. This park has many, many things.
This is a year-round park. Like I said, our soccer fields are used year-round because the girls and the boys play opposite seasons.
Okay.
One plays in spring, one plays in fall. We have spring ball, we have fall ball. We also have a beautiful ice skating rink over here with a warming house, and then we also have our nice little fire pit. You can roast marshmallows. We have a beautiful event here in fall for our pumpkin festival.
Okay.
And you make scarecrows, you decorate pumpkins, you go on pumpkin ride, and of course you make s'mores and have marshmallows.
Of course. Can you tell people who maybe aren't familiar with the park, what are some crossroads? What's a landmark of how you can find it?
The best way to find it is to come down West Avenue, or you could take LaGrange Road to 153rd to West, and then just head south and you come down to Fun Drive, and you enter into the most fun park in the village of Orland Park.
It was perfectly named. Thank you so much, Kathy.
You're welcome.
Hi, we're here at Lake Sedgwick at the U.S. Log Rolling Open, and I'm here with two officials from Orland Park.
Hi, I'm Trustee Mike Carroll.
Village Clerk John Mahalik.
And everyone here in Orland Park is so excited to be here today because this is an international competition that is in Illinois for the very first time in history. So, why are you so excited to be here, and what do you think about this so far? Have you ever seen log rolling in person?
I have never seen log rolling in person. I brought my son Danny with me because we had never even heard of it until we started seeing the other promotional materials come in for this. It's neat.
Sure.
People from America and Canada.
Yes. Our friends from the north are here.
Right.
So lots of families. They seem to each even bring a big entourage with them, and it seems like they have quite a network here. Have you ever seen a log rolling competition?
Only on television. It's really interesting, and looking forward to a great day. It's a beautiful venue for it. Plenty of great compliments from some of the competitors.
Definitely. I've heard a lot of compliments today about the lake here at Centennial Park so far. Huge lake, and for a competition of this sort that can choose anywhere in, I think, America and Canada where they compete, for them to choose Orland Park must be really neat for you guys.
Oh, this is great. This whole venue here, Lake Sedgwick's beautiful. We're doing some more things to help with the fishing population here. We got a lot more programs that we're going to be putting through in the next few years, but we love having visitors. Southland Convention Bureau was so nice to help us bring this together, and we're real excited about it. Yeah.
Wonderful. Well, we're going to get back to watching, and we'll be back in a bit.
Thanks.
Hi, we're here with Catherine Rick, who's the director of this event today in Orland Park. Catherine, can you tell me a little bit about this event? Why did you choose to bring log rolling out to the Southland and to Illinois for the first time in history?
So the U.S. Log Rolling Open, presented by Crick, is happy to be here. I actually met the president of the Convention and Visitors Bureau for Chicago Southland in New York City at the Steel Timber Sports Series, and we got to chatting with Joel, Kestrel, and Jim about the Chicago Southland and everything that was going on with it down here. And we talked, you have some natural settings. What's down in the Chicago Southland? And so we started talking there and continued our conversations into July. And in August, I came down, and Joel was great. He took me to visit several sites throughout the area. And Lake Sedgwick, we have a great setting. It's here in a huge park in Centennial. We love to be outside in the open, and it's just a beautiful natural setting. We're in a lake, we're not in a pond, and there's room for spectators to sit. There's picnic tables, there's baseball going on, we have the aquatic center, so we thought it was a great active community to really come to.
Well, that's wonderful. We are nicely located, real near to the city, and we're here in the suburbs, and this area here at Centennial Park is just absolutely beautiful, as you've said. So we're very happy that you're out here. Can you tell me a little bit about the logistics? How do you get something like this set up? You have these giant logs out here in the water. How do you get that here? How do you pull all this together?
We have a ton of people working on this event. I don't pull it off by myself. I just help coordinate logistics.
You didn't put the logs out there?
I have moved logs many times in my life, but today I did not have to. One of the joys of being in charge. I don't do some of the heavy lifting. But the logs were brought down from Wisconsin, and they are Western red cedar. The reason we use cedar is because they are more buoyant. In terms of everything else, we have the backing. This is going to air on Comcast Sportsnet here in the state of Illinois and into the surrounding states, so we're super excited about that. In terms of logistics, once we got Comcast Sportsnet, we started working for sponsors, and our sponsors, Steel Timber Sports, Duluth Trading Post, Buco de Beppo, Dave & Buster's, and the United States Log Rolling Association. And then you have our whole field of 18 wonderful professional competitors. We have multiple time world champions that are here, top ranked seeds, and so it's a great event. But and then on top of that, you're working with new community members. Like, we got to know the Chicago Southland Convention and Visitors Bureau very well, the CVB, keep it short, and then also the Village of Orland Park. And we worked with people, the president, marketing, public works, parks, recreation, media. And so it was a huge endeavor to come down here, but great people to work with in both the Southland Convention and Visitors Bureau and the Village of Orland Park.
Well, we know it does take a huge team to pull something like this off, and it's been a wonderful event. So we're glad you're here, and we're looking forward to this competition, how it's all going to play out, and welcome to Orland Park.
Well, thank you, Melissa, and thanks for having us here.
Thank you. And I have a 7-time world champion log roller here. Where are you from? What's your name?
I'm Darren Hudson from Barrington, Nova Scotia, Canada. That's the East Coast and centered out of Halifax.
Nice. How did you get your start in log rolling?
Well, my family actually has roots in this sport. We've had a sawmill in the family for 5 generations, and we did it all. We brought the logs to the riverbanks after chopping them down with the saws and the axes, and then drove them right to the sawmills by the riverways, the old-fashioned ways, right up until 1957.
Wow. So when you have these logs in the water, you just kind of start playing around, I guess, trying to pass the time, and this is how you skill?
Yeah, well, when I was 5 years old, my family actually did a commemorative log drive, and so I was playing on the logs out in the river and jumping out on the booms and giving them a spin, and that's when I caught the fever. So yeah, I always trained with the goal in mind to be a world champion. My uncle, he was the 9-time world champion, and it's really deep into my blood, like it's in the family. Yeah, that's right.
So what are some ways that you practice this?
Well, really vigorously on the log for hours on end. When I was, of course, like in the height of my training in my late teens, early 20s, I'd be spending 5 hours a day on the log.
Wow.
3 to 5 hours a day on the log, 6 days a week, and really running at it hard and trying to get to every tournament I could to train up with those that were winning and staying at their place and learning from the best.
Is there some times in the year where you really can't train because it's too cold? How do you overcome those challenges?
Well, I mean, yeah, lumberjack sports is our extreme sport. So, I mean, log rolling especially, like if you can get out snowboarding or alpine skiing is great sport to keep fit in the wintertime, cross-country skiing, anything that involves cardiology and it also strength and balance, Sure. But also I started an indoor training facility too, and it's called the Timber Lounge. That's my new business. Okay. And there I'm able to train indoors all year round and also relax, throw an axe, and be a lumberjack.
So do you help train other people that are trying to get into it as well?
Oh, absolutely. We have the Wild Axe experience where I allow people to be a lumberjack for the day, and they come over and we train them hands-on, all the various different lumberjack skills, not only log rolling but tree climbing and sawing, all that kind of stuff. Big hit right now, and also the log rolling camps as well. We like to start them young, but also we have a lot of adults that really want to feel what it's like to be a lumberjack for the day.
Very neat. So what year did you win your first title, and then what year did you win the 7th?
In 2002 I won the Great Outdoor Games gold medal. That was a huge accomplishment for me. And then I didn't win another world title until 2004, and that's when I got on a bit of a roll there. Thank you. You saw that coming. Hope it wasn't too sappy. Just trying to spruce things up a little. But I got on a roll. It was kind of late. I really paid my dues in the sport. I lost probably, I'd like to say 9 times before I won my 7 world titles, So, I mean, it took a lot of determination to stick with it, but I never wanted to give up, and it was the dark before the dawn.
Sure.
Yeah, and when I won that world title, it was such a sweet feeling to get that first win, and it was accomplishment of a lifetime, and I was lucky enough to get 7. So.
Well,
thankful.
We really hope that you're going to win some more titles here today. We're rooting for you, and we're looking forward to seeing what you're going to do out here today. So best of luck.
All right, nice to meet you, Melissa, and you have a fine day yourself.
Thank you very much.
See you in Nova Scotia, Halifax.
We're here today with one of the U.S. Log Rolling Open competitors, one of the females, and we're here with her son as well. So what are your names? Where are you from?
My name is Jenny Atkinson. I'm from Stillwater, Minnesota.
My name is Barry Atkinson. I'm from Stillwater, Minnesota.
I love your name. My son's name is Fox.
Oh yeah.
I love Fox.
You do? So today you just competed, and can you tell me a little bit about how you got into this?
I started when I was 8 years old. I went to an event just like this as a spectator, and I was so curious and wanted to be on that log more than anything. That was 35 years ago, and I've been rolling ever since. And it's just as fun today as it was the first year I tried it.
How do you keep practicing this?
We just roll a lot, do a lot of rolling on the logs a lot, but I do a lot of other cross training.
You have something back where you live set up in a lake or a pond?
I have a pond. I have 2 booms, about 30 logs, and I roll in a couple different places. By our other house, we have a venue there as well.
Okay.
Yeah, and then in pools in the wintertime.
So are you the only person in your family that does this?
Well, my little bear just got started. He's starting, and he even stayed on for, 17 seconds the other day?
18 seconds.
18 seconds Bear did the other day. He's got great form.
So you're going to be able to beat Mom really soon.
I know, he'll be a training partner. My brothers rolled when we were younger, but I've continued to do it.
No, I'm not going to beat my mom.
You're not? Maybe someday. So I know that there's also something else that you're very proud of besides what you've been doing here on the logs. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Sure. I was diagnosed with breast cancer when Bear was 8 months old, and that was 6 years ago now. Actually, it'll be 7 years this December. So, and log rolling was a great part of that for me. My sponsors were so awesome and supportive, and I was on a log like 3 days after I shaved my head, even through chemo. And I competed that summer. Of course, not to the height of your, I went from like winning a world championship a prior year, to that. So, but it was really great to do it and be around the supportive, people, and yeah.
Absolutely. It was good therapy, I'm sure, to just get out there.
It was to still do the things you can do and do the things you've always done was amazing. Like that was just, and I said, like, this is what I do. This is what I want to always do. I don't want to stop doing the things I love at 36. So what do we need to do to make sure I can always do these things for the rest of my life?
And I'm sure you had a real supporting family and friends behind you. Your son is here. I know you have a little entourage here today.
Yeah. No, people have been great.
That's wonderful. What are some of the titles that you have won?
I've won the World Championships 4 times. I've been a boom running world champion. I've had, I think, like 19 podium finishes at the World Championships. I've been doing this a long time. I turned pro in 1990 before some of these girls were even born. But it's great because it still keeps me super active, really healthy. I'm very competitive with everybody. On any given day, any of us can win. So it's really an awesome sport. It's a great lifelong sport.
What is it like to be a woman in this?
The same as a man. It's great. I mean, we practice with guys. It's there's really no difference. It's a great women's sport. I mean, it's everything that embodies all things sporting, from core to balance to agility to strength to focus to. It's just such a great combination of everything. It's a wonderful cross training sport for every other sport as well.
Hi, we're here with one of the U.S. Log Rolling Open competitors, and he's going to tell us a few things about how he got his start in this. So, what's your name, where are you from, and how did you get into log rolling?
All right, so my name is Brian Stearns. I'm from Oconomowoc, Wisconsin, and I got my start back at the local YMCA there in Oconomowoc, and I started when I was around 10 years old. I'm now 20 years old, so I've been doing it about 10 years, and started just going to the classes there at my local Y, and from there I picked it up, loved the sport, met a bunch of friends there, and really got involved into the sport that way. Started competing around the age of 13 and eventually went pro at the age of 16. So yeah, it's been a very fun time. I've eventually I branched into more sports, the boom run and other lumberjack sports too. So I compete up at the World Championships up in Hayward, Wisconsin.
Okay.
And so I branched into those other sports, and now I'm actually up in the Wisconsin Dells doing lumberjack shows there and working for Duluth Trading Company. So all of it kind of came together here into a lumberjack experience. But yeah, so started when I was 10, and now I've been pro for about 4 years. Hopefully I'll make a good run of it here today.
What makes you be pro? What is involved in that when you say you're pro?
So there's a few series. There's amateur series, which is U7 to U17, and then there's the semi-pro ranks and the elite series. And really you have to make your way up through that and make a name for yourself, and eventually you can branch into the pro. And yeah, you really just have to make a name for yourself and be able to hold your own with all the competitors out here, we have a really great field today, so it should be exciting.
Okay. And how much training do you have to put into something like this to keep that pro status?
Well, I'm down doing the lumberjack shows. Last year I was doing them every single day, but this summer I'm just doing it part-time, 3 days a week, and then I'm out in the gym training every single day, out running. So a lot goes into it to stay physically fit enough to be able to stay on the log with the balance, and then enough cardio strength to just be able to stay out there in the heat, really warm day, sunny out here. It's
gonna in the 90s here today.
It's gonna be fun though. So you got to be able to hold your own, and you got to stay fit.
How many days are you actually practicing on the log itself?
On the log, I probably do about 2 days, 2 to 4 days a week, just getting out onto the log. It's like riding a bike. Once you get it, it always comes back to you, so you don't necessarily have to be out there every single day putting hours in on the log, but you still have to keep putting in time, and it does take time to learn the skill of log rolling because it's all balance and it's all muscle memory.
Okay. So tell me about some of the titles that you've won.
So when I was in U17, I actually won the U17 World Championship, but I haven't actually won any titles in my pro rank yet. My standing right now is number 6 in the world. So I hope, I'm still young in the sport. I'm 20, and most of the guys that are up in the world championships placing higher in their 30s, late 20s. So I still have a few years to kind of get into it, but I'm putting in the work, and hopefully it'll start paying off.
Wonderful. Well, we wish you the best of luck here today. It's a hot one, but it sounds like you've put in the effort and you've trained, and you're going to do wonderful. So best of luck today.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for that.
We're here today with one of our spectators at the U.S. Log Rolling Open. What's your name and what town are you from?
I'm Danny Carroll, and I'm from Orland Park here.
And you're here today watching the competition. What are some things that you've noticed about this? Do you think this is something that you would ever want to do?
Not exactly. I don't think I do very good at running on a slippery log in the middle of the lake, but
I think those people are pretty brave for getting out there. It looks kind of dangerous. So far, we've seen the women compete. We're waiting for the men to start in a little bit. It seems like these people are pretty good athletes. What do you think are some sports that maybe would be good to, if you wanted to get into log rolling, what are some sports that maybe would be good to kind of help you practice this?
well, I think anything that could give you like more leg strength. So like something maybe like track or cross country, something that could make your legs stronger so you can balance a bit better.
That's a good idea. Maybe some soccer for some footage agility. So we're going to see how this shakes out here with the men, and then after that's done, you can decide if you want to ask some of them to give you pointers so you can get out there next, or if you're just going to go home. Okay?
Yeah.
Thank you for watching Orland Park TV. I'm Melissa Fedora. You can follow us on Facebook and our other social media outlets.
United States Log Rolling Association.